Hi. So I was a goober and I forgot the cord to my mic somewhere else. So apologies if the audio is kind of not as smooth as I'd like it. Regardless, here I am. We're doing this anyway. Whatever. We're here. So I just want to start off this video by saying I am operating from a cis female perspective, and obviously no perspective is one-to-one. I also want to just acknowledge that male objectification is a thing, and objectification occurs among whatever gender identity you hold. So just that disclaimer before we get started here. Also today I'm working on another digital painting. This one is a bit different than the one I did before. Same-ish techniques, I used a different blending tool so it came out a bit more feathery. Now I am laying on some more graphic elements onto this painting. You will see me pausing and undoing a lot in this video. That's because I was still figuring out what exactly I was doing along the process. So this one's a bit more experimental, a little bit more messy. You can see more of the process and decision making going on. So for this video, I just wanted to really briefly cover how feminine bodies are conceptualized as pieces of art and how there are inherent problems to that. For a really long time, feminine bodies have been conceptualized as art to be admired, and to give one very specific example, one very specific space and time, like French Impressionist painters, namely cis male Impressionist painters, were kind of obsessed with this idea of painting like working women. And working women means both sexual and non-sexual workers, basically working class women. These female figures obviously came out very commodified and ornamental, and this hasn't gone away. There are literally so many contemporary songs and poems and just media in general that perpetuate a notion that a woman is a piece of artwork, while the beholder is her consumer and, like, in some very scary cases, even her creator. A notion that maybe the male is the artist and the female is the work of art, which perpetuates this patriarchal power imbalance. This is historically referred to as the male gaze, and while this is like definitely a product of patriarchy, I think attaching the word male to this culture may perpetuate a stereotype about males that reinforces this power imbalance, and so I don't really like to call it the male gaze, but you know, this objectifying culture that is present in art and art history. To speak from my personal and obviously limited experience, objectification is terrifying and ongoing. There is no day from a cis female perspective where objectification is just switched on, because from day one we're saturated in media and legal structures and social systems that perpetuate this idea that as a feminine you're not allowed to say no, as a feminine you're not a multi-dimensional person with agency, or even that you must make yourself a product for someone else to consume. The problem with conceptualizing female figures as works of art lies in the idea that they exist solely for your consumption. A feminine is not a work of art. She is an artist consistently creating herself in the way that any person is. She is in collaboration with others, but is still independent of them and is existing as her own subject. And whether you identify as female or not, I believe shifting this feminine beauty from an objective space to somewhere more empathetic and aware of her personhood is going to improve your sense of self and connection with others. So this is by no means all my thoughts on this topic, but it's a start. I got to make some good art along the way, and I hope you enjoyed this talk. If you have your own experiences, please leave them down in the comments below. I'd like to hear them. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.